I'm so pleased to be joined now by the head coach of NC State, one of the really good guys in the game. Not only is he a good guy, he's a brilliant tactician, an X and O, excellent recruiter, and one of my favorite people in the game. Wes Moore, head coach at NC State. Wes, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Listen, I have so much respect for you, but there's a special place for us alums around NC State. We love coming to the games, and I love covering the team. What was so great about this year? You got to the Elite Eight, was one of the best games in the history of the NCAA tournament, and an overtime loss in Connecticut, which we're not going to go down that path, but I think everyone knows clearly how I feel about NC State being in Bridgeport in the regional. I don't even want you to comment on it because I don't want to get you in trouble, but kind of assess the season for us and how you felt like things progressed.
Yeah, it was one of those rare years where you have a lot of veterans. We had 3 young ladies playing their 5th year of college basketball due to the COVID super senior rule. And then Elisa Canane, her 4th year, and just several other veterans that made it a special year. And our fans really adopted this team. Sure, winning helps, but also just because of the kind of young ladies they are, our fans really bought into it. And I think we sold out 8 of our last 9 games. And then winning the conference tournament, we actually were able to celebrate the regular season, ACC regular season championship on our home court in the last game, which is a rare thing to be able to do. So anyway, it was just a special year all around, and special group of young ladies, not just the veterans, but the whole team were just so unselfish and worked hard, bought in. Going to practice every day was fun, and just, again, a really special year.
I'm getting the chills thinking about everything you just said, because first and foremost, the quality of the character of your team was absolutely outstanding. Such great competitors, such good sportsmen. And I mean, they laid it on the line every night. You could tell that they were really connected and that they were willing to sacrifice a little bit of their own to help the team. When you're coaching in that kind of climate, Wes, when you've got all the pieces, how much fun is that for you? You've been in it for so long.
Yeah, it was fun. I think you also, though, have to realize there was a lot of expectations, and everyone, everyone from within, outside, felt like we should get to the Final Four, and that's what we were striving for. So, but the journey was great. That's what I always talk about. I wanted to do something special with a group of kids that you could be proud of on the court and off. And that group definitely fit that description. So, it was fun to be around them, not just on the court, but off, have a good time. And obviously winning made it even better.
I love the word journey, not just in our perspective of the season, but for your journey, Wes. To know that you're going to play in front of sold out crowds and to have the kind of product that you put on the floor that can compete every night. I know when I walk into Reynolds Coliseum, even after all these decades of being in there, from being a camper at KYAL camps to, playing there myself, and then, just the smell of the arena and the feel, like Raleigh really jumped on. I mean, it was really amazing to watch the marketability of your program and where it sits right now. This has got to be kind of like one of the dreams and goals that you have as a coach, is to be able to coach in that environment. No doubt.
I probably wouldn't have envisioned it when we first got here. And, we went out, we hosted obviously the Sweet 16 and, or leading up to the Sweet 16, first and second round. And we put the team in a hotel so they could have the full NCAA experience. And we went out to dinner one night, and at a nice restaurant. When we were leaving, walking out the door, the whole restaurant stood up and cheered. I heard recently at the Jimmy Buffett concert, they flashed a picture up of us when they were singing a song about hometown or whatever, and the crowd went wild. So it's a lot of fun for our players, and just so much energy. And enthusiasm, and, just can't thank our fans enough for making it really special.
Yeah, NC State's definitely a unique and special place. As a season ticket holder myself, with a couple of courtside seats that my parents sit in, I would not trade them having that experience for anything. They absolutely love it. And, the thing that you don't realize when you're playing or coaching or broadcasting is that all the friendships and all the connections that are made in the stands, because everyone is there cheering for the same cause. And it's an incredible outlet, but you make a lot of friends. My parents have made so many friends sitting there courtside at the games over the years that they value those tickets, and they value going to the game, and they love giving that to the officials when they can.
Yeah, good. That takes the pressure off me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I always tease my dad about that. Wes, so you and Linda your wife, have been an incredible supporter of 24 Hours of Nothing But Net. My NC State family has been supportive of everything that we're doing with our family. You've had a chance to meet my three boys, and especially Frankie, who serves as my motivation, right?
Yeah.
When you think about Special Olympics, it's not just my event and this cause. You're involved in something that Gary Blair is doing, the newly retired head coach at Texas A&M, who has for years had a golf event for Special Olympics in the state of Texas. It's actually one that I admire and like to emulate in trying to raise as much money as he's raised over the years. I know you got a unique relationship with Gary, but it's also the cause that pulls you to go and play golf with him. Well, why are you and Linda so invested in helping others?
Well, first of all, we've been very blessed. When I started out at little Maryville College in Tennessee, coaching two sports and intramural director, and then they turned me over to sports information, doing all of that, making $10,000 a year, and just to be so blessed as we've progressed. And so we definitely look for opportunities to share some of those blessings. And your cause is, one of the best out there, and one that we, have a feel for, as deep in our hearts. Partly because of you, but it's partly because of what Special Olympics mean to us. Debbie, it started out at Maryville College. In fact, every year us coaches at Maryville College would help run the Special Olympic track meet there in Maryville. And just to see the joy those kids had, that's what sports is supposed to be about. The joy of competing, the joy of winning. Now that really goes over the top, but then just the joy for each other. They don't get lost in, I have to win. They get excited for their friends when they win. And so we used to work that every year right after basketball season in the spring. And heck, they're probably still doing it. But it was a big event there in Maryville, Tennessee. And love doing that. Love seeing those kids and see the joy they got out of it. And then now Gary Blair's event. I'm actually in Texas right now because I'm headed that way. Been doing it for several years, and they have a big dinner and auction and all the night before, and then the tournament. They have actually, they double tee it, and they have a morning round and an afternoon round. So it's amazing how that community at College Station has supported it. And there again, part of it's because it's Gary Blair, and part of it's because it's such a great cause. And I think you're the same, Debbie. Everybody has so much respect for you, and for you to shoot for 24 hours straight. I mean, heck, that right there just shows your passion and love for this cause and for Frankie. And so just to be a small part of it is something we look forward to and are excited about doing every year.
The one thing I've always respected about you, Wes, is that you never forget where you came from. And you have clearly made a path for not just you and Linda, but for the many blessings that you're able to share with other people. And that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I don't have to do this. I get to do this, and I can do a little bit more. And we learned from Coach Al, both of us, that, if you could just give a little bit more, what more could you do? And, the 2-a-day trainings that I'm in right now is part of the reason why I'm not able to go to Gary's event, because I need to get ahead in my training next year so that I can go to this event, because every year Gary invites me. And in the last 4 years, my reason has been, I'm in 2-a-days, I've got to get ready for this marathon. Like I can't have a day, that I can't get a workout in. So I'm gonna have to plan that in advance next year. And then maybe you and I can team up and win some of Gary Blair's money out there playing golf in Texas.
You better be really good if we're going to win money. That's all I got to say. Riding your coattails.
Listen, Wes, I appreciate so much, because I don't forget where I came from either. And NC State obviously has given me so much, and I am so grateful to be able to share this time with you on this important cause. I have learned so much about the game from you. I have had incredible access through your program to be able to study and learn, and just being in practice or being in film session, or all the things that you include me in are really important factors for helping us all grow the game, which we're all trying to do. And it's not about the free throws here. It's about the platform and the story, even though I am trying to shoot it at a very high level, because I think it makes the story better when you're old and you're working out like this to get ready. And I'm in the driveway with my Dr. Dish, and my neighbors think that I'm nuts, but it's definitely going to be worth it in the end.
We use Dr. Dishes as well, Debbie. So that's the key to great shooting, right?
Dr. Dish is the key to great shooting. Repetition, repetition. All those workouts out there. Wes, can you imagine if you and I, when we were kids, if we had a Dr. Dish, or if we had a shooting coach, a massage therapist, a nutritionist, all the other things that these kids have today? I mean, could you just think about it? I'd
probably still be playing in the league, Debbie.
You probably would be playing in the league, Wes. Me too. I'd still be playing also. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you to you and Linda for your incredible support of this event. And thank you for taking time on our live stream to help us raise some more money, because every hour, the amount of money goes up. And we're counting on the Westmore Power Hour coming up, that we're going to get some people to donate some money, because they're NC State fans and they're fans of our cause. And as you know, I'm just ask everyone to give me a penny for every free throw I make. That's just $24. I think everyone can do that.
Yes, at least. You're worth more than that. Let's step up, everybody.
Thank you, Wes.
Thanks, Debbie.